what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Malik, the Cool Brother, and you're now tuning in to another episode of the Cool Podcast. And my special guest this evening is a good brother. He's a very talented brother. He's an actor, songwriter, hip hop artist. He does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the good brother, Mr. Harlan, Tobe Jr. What's going on, good brother? Welcome to the podcast.
Man, thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Appreciate you, brother.
No, I appreciate you, good brother. So, won't you tell the listeners what you do and what you're about?
What I do a mixture of things. I do Christian hip hop. Real heavy on that.
Mm-hmm.
I do some acting. Um, More or less, I go to different community events and schools and go around and share my testimony, kind of uplift and motivate people to do better. And I do some missionary work and just um that's the main things that I be doing.
Okay. All right. And how long you been doing hip hop?
I've been doing hip hop for 23 years since
23 years.
2003.
Wow, wow. So would you consider yourself a veteran in the game?
100%.
No
Yeah.
doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt, no
As
doubt.
far as as far as around the Pittsburgh area,
Yeah.
definitely a veteran. But for the nation, I still got some room to grow.
Okay, okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So now did you do Christian hip hop all your life, or did you when did you switch over to Christian hip hop?
I put out my first Christian hip hop EP probably when was that? I know it was 2024, like
Okay.
mid to not very long ago.
Okay.
Not very long ago. So I know the process happened after I got shot. I got shot on 4/13/23, and that just changed my whole life completely.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, within that process is when I changed from secular hip hop to the Christian rap.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. And thank goodness that you still here with us. Thank goodness for that you still here with us. So
Blessing.
oh yeah, no question, no question. So do you have any family members that do music, hip hop just like you, or you're the only one?
I have my cousin sings. My
Hmm.
cousin's on my song called "The Table." I got a video to it. He sings, but other than him, not since way back, man. My cousin Eddie Jefferson. He was a jazz artist from the Hill District.
Hmm.
Um, that's the only really music history that I know in my family.
Okay, okay. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now have you collaborated with them? Have you collaborated with them on projects or like
Collaborated with my fam.
yeah, yes, yes.
I've done rest in peace to my cousin Eddie Jefferson. He's like I don't know what you call that, your second cousin. He's like my mom's cousin.
Okay.
So he rest in peace. He passed away, so I never got a chance to collaborate with him. I believe he got killed on tour in
Oh,
Detroit.
oh wow.
Um, yeah, and my cousin, we have two songs together.
Okay.
Um, we really just started working together once I turned over to the positive music.
Yeah.
But we 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 do shows and stuff together too because the songs that he's on are like some of my favorite songs.
Okay. And what are those favorite songs that y'all two are on, if you don't mind me asking?
We got a song called "The Table,"
Hmm.
um, and we have a song called "Jesus Name."
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and those two songs are available on all major streaming platforms, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Everywhere you can find music,
Hmm.
pretty much everywhere. I know I'm for sure it's on Spotify, Apple
Yeah.
Music, um, Facebook, TikTok. Instagram, Pandora, everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
no
much
doubt,
everything.
no question, no doubt, no doubt. Now, my next question is, um, who inspired you to do what you do? Like, who's your inspiration behind getting into the hip hop scene in the 412? Like, who's the one that said when you look at that person or someone, you say to yourself, "Wow, I want to do that. I know I could do that." Who is that person or individuals?
It was older individuals in my neighborhood.
Hmm.
There's a few of them. There's a few older individuals in my neighborhood. It was this dude, heavyweight. Was a lot older than me. He's probably the original OG rapping from where I grew up at that time. But heavyweight was my man K Pound,
Hmm.
uh, my boy Ike. Um, it was a group of just older people that I used to hang around that was rapping, and I was like, that was the first time I remember like wanting to rap, and then
Yeah.
I ended up once I tried it, everybody would get excited, and
Yeah.
I knew I had a little something.
Yeah, no doubt, no question, no doubt. Now, have you those people that you mentioned? Have you collaborated with them on songs as well?
Yes, yes. Not on any of the new stuff.
Okay,
Because all the new stuff is under my real name, Harlan. Now,
okay,
on the PK Poo, what I originally went by, I got music with them, for sure. Yeah, I got a
okay,
lot of music with them.
okay, and those songs too are available on all platforms.
Yes, yes, those are two. I got a song, K Pound. He wasn't rapping, he actually produced it. He does it all for real. So he produced this song called Fire. I got a video to that too. It's feature Money Man Rich and Ruger Realm. Rest in peace to my boy Ruger Realm.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. That's what's up, man.
I don't normally promote that because that's the older stuff, but just giving you the history, yeah. Yep.
Okay, okay, my man. Appreciate that, good brother. Appreciate that. So who are your favorite hip hop artists, whether they be Christian or secular? Who are your favorites?
My favorite Jadakiss is one of my favorite artists, period.
Hmm.
Um, big Jadakiss fan.
Yes.
Um, who else? Um, on the Christian side, I listen to I'm still honestly finding artists like every day I'm listening to new Christian music because that's what I think I bring different. My stuff is still a little bit edgy. Like I like Forrest Frank, but if you ever heard his music, it's like it's like the TikTok type music where the kids could dance to and stuff.
Hmm.
I'm a
Hmm.
little more serious. I could do that. I got one or two songs like that, but I'm a little more serious because I'm coming from a rough environment, changing over from some crazy circumstances. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
I listen
Absolutely.
to Forrest Frank, Lecrae, uh, Caleb Gordon,
Hmm.
Jay Monty. But I came up off of Jadakiss, Hove, Nas. I still mess with the clips,
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And my next question is since we since we on the topic of Jadakiss, now there's a question going around saying that Jadakiss don't have any classic albums. Do you think Jadakiss has a classic album in your opinion?
I think he got a classic album for sure. Kiss the Game Goodbye.
Yes.
I believe that was his first solo project. That's a
Hmm.
classic for sure.
Absolutely.
Um, got that knock yourself out, all them hits from back in the day, man. That's definitely a classic. Um, his and the rest of his projects is solid. I even like the Ignatius project.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from when his man, it's named after his homie that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he got a bunch of solid projects. I be seeing that, man. But everybody know what he do, man. You see how he you see how
Right.
he revamped himself when they went against Dipset on the verses,
Yeah.
and now it's like, shoot, I've been rapping 23 years, so I know he been rapping like 30 years, and
Right.
he's hot to death. He got podcasts popping right now and everything. They got to
Absolutely.
stop playing with my boy, man.
Oh yeah, no question, no question. I definitely agree with that.
Top
Jadakiss.
five dead or alive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, Jadakiss is up there for sure. Very dope, talented MC, very lyrical as well. Now my question. And speaking of, hip hop, let's talk about the hip hop scene, like here in the 412. What do you think, in your opinion, are the pros and the cons of the hip hop scene in the 412 Pittsburgh?
The pros are that it's not a big city.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go hard enough, you should be able to be known on every end of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Pros. To me, it's more cons than pros, but I want to start with the pros.
Okay.
Um, what about the city as a pro? Pittsburgh is just known all around the world for our sports team.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's um, a unique, special city. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You could go in Florida and it'd be like a whole Steelers bar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people like Pittsburgh. A lot of people like Wiz Khalifa. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, Wiz has tons of fans. A lot of people like Snoop Dogg, and he be repping our stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but the cons, man. I mean, there is pros, more pros than that too. Like so many dope engineers, so many talented producers. Um, there's a lot of talent. That's the dope part too. But the cons, man, is just. But I guess it's like this everywhere. People are more entertained by the BS.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's real clicky, you know. Because it's drama. Also, being a small place, when you got so much drama right around each other,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to really shine when people ain't giving you a chance. Like when I was doing my old stuff, I had a pretty decent crowd, like in the Mon Valley and in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I noticed, man, just in the last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if it's been a full 2 years, probably hasn't. Um, People all around the world be listening to my music, and it's really not a lot of people listening to it here right now. There's way more people outside of the city, and that's why you got artists like I don't know if you know my friend Kalichi, but Kalichi tours constantly, and his name is never even mentioned in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably, I'm talking about, under Wiz, he's one of the top two, three people that like doing this as a career, um, has millions of, 60, 70 million views and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they don't really talk about him because it's more, it's more cool. What's more cool is the negativity, the shooting my brother and
Mm-hmm.
robbing people, hustling, messing with the female dogs and all of that. Like
Hmm.
that's more entertaining. Um, and that stuff is, that stuff is cool, but I think the people need more, especially the youth.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. The youth need to listen to a different message, and I know with your career and you being a Christian hip hop artist, I know the young folks connect with your music. Being a Christian hip hop artist. If I'm not mistaken with that, is that correct?
Oh yeah, man, they they be going crazy, man.
Yeah.
I, it was about 2 weeks ago. I had and I didn't even know they did this. Like, where was
Hmm.
that? I was over Source Church over West Mifflin. I
Hmm.
had they wanted me to do some songs there and give my testimony. And man, the kids probably ain't come in until like 11
Hmm.
p.m. It was like a Friday night,
Wow.
and I guess they go bowling and they spend the night at the church. So
Wow.
I never in my life was like in the church at midnight
Hmm.
waiting to come out. I thought it was pretty dope, but man, they was um screaming, hands up, jumping around. It
Yeah.
was a movie. It was a movie. They definitely, and even the young kids, even the young kids around my church, and yeah, the kids love it, man.
Yeah.
It's because it's you can't tell the difference. Some how do you say this without just saying it?
Hmm.
A lot of people be whack
Yeah.
or or
Yeah.
just don't ain't meeting the quota. And I've been blessed enough with the talent, and I've been doing this long enough
Hmm.
to know how to my stuff is no different than Drake or
Right.
anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same quality.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. That's what it's all about. Quality. You gotta have quality music out there for sure. Quality music to connect with the audience, the fans, and all that. For sure, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
So,
shout out to my producer
hmm.
who he produced every Harlan project. He's out of Toronto, Canada. My boy Versatile.
Okay,
He makes like I just been sticking with him because it works. It works, and I've been messing with Big Germ my whole career. So I have Big Germ mixes all of my music. And sometimes I record at ID Labs. Other times I mess with my boy Timothy Carr at Shout Sound. But wherever I record, it ends up getting sent to Big Germ to mix it down. And he been doing this since Wiz and Mac was young in the game. So that's how
hmm.
I get that real good quality sound where you can turn it up
Yeah,
and it ain't getting distorted and all of that. You know what I mean? It's still crispy.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man, no doubt. It's all about balance. In the music, balance. That's what it's all about. Having that balance. You got songs that you want to tear the club up, and then you got other songs that want to lighten the mood. Or set the mood right.
Hmm.
That's what it's all about. And you, my friend, my good brother, are an artist that has balance. You give them what they want at that particular moment, for sure.
Right.
Absolutely. Now, my next question is, with this, you said you have a new project coming up, or is it already out?
My project came out on Thanksgiving. That's the last
Okay.
project I put out. Right
Okay.
now I'm working on something. I don't know what it's titled or nothing. I'm just recording music. But I really am still pushing this project because it's only been out like 3 months. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, what would you consider yourself? You've been in the game for 23 years. What would you consider like your masterpiece as far as your recordings or albums or EPs are concerned?
Uh, Masterpiece. That's
Hmm.
a powerful word, my brother.
Yeah.
I like there. I feel like I got one. I feel like I got one masterpiece. I got a bunch of classics.
Yeah.
But the classic to me and a masterpiece are two different things. A masterpiece is just like dang near flawless, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so I got multiple classics, but my masterpiece would be my new project, man. It's incredible, man. The beats is banging. Everything like God just spoke through me before I
Mhm.
recorded every single song. I
Nice.
prayed God speak through me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Every song been prayed over before it was written and
Yeah.
before it was wrapped in a booth. Um, just a whole new fresh mindset coming into the music. So I'm talking different, man. I done been, to Honduras and building houses
Hmm.
for for the less fortunate and stuff like that. So just
Yeah.
had got so much more experience, and you can hear it in the music.
Nice. Nice. And how was your trip to Honduras? What was that like?
That was it was amazing, man. It's
Yeah.
probably, definitely one of the top one, two, three things I've done in my lifetime. It was amazing, man. It was, but I went through every emotion out there because we went out there. I went out there with about five other of my brothers from church,
Hmm.
and then we flew to Miami and met up with another church called the Buffalo Dream Center. It's about the same amount of guys from Buffalo,
Hmm.
and we met in Miami, and then that's we flew from Miami to Honduras, and it's like you just gotta you just gotta have that faith in the system that was already set up before you. Like
Hmm.
I don't know who I'm going to meet out here. They just telling me where I get off at and where to go to meet these people. Um, I don't speak Spanish. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That's what they speak out there.
Absolutely.
Luckily, everything was set up in place. We had an interpreter as soon as we touched down.
Yeah.
So that made it a lot better. But it was like it was an experience, man. It's a beautiful country. Um, so poor, but
Hmm.
so beautiful. Um, it just it made me more grateful to be in America. Like it took me maybe like a month to be back doing the regular American things. At first, I
Yeah.
was like everybody's too. You know what I mean? Everybody like ain't nobody grateful enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it was people out there, you know.
Hmm.
Man, when I came back, I ain't have no shoes on or nothing. I gave them everything, because it's a whole different way of life, man. I went like 5, 6 hours out into the jungle, middle
Hmm.
of nowhere, like
Right.
sleeping outside all week. It was wild, but I got to have some crazy spiritual moments, and then just watching the families when you present the house to them.
Hmm.
And they you seeing the emotion, you can't understand a lot what they're saying, but the interpreter's telling you, and it just feel good to it was great to do stuff like that. So I had amazing time. The food was great.
Hmm.
The mangoes, man, you could just my man would run up the tree, pull a mango out the tree,
Yeah.
man. Don't taste nothing like the mango here. It's like before all the pesticides, whatever they spray to keep it.
Hmm.
Man, it's like it was it was an experience. I'm gonna definitely go back. A lot of my friends done been back a few times. I might be going back in July.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you that. And speaking of Honduras, Have you been to any other countries besides Honduras?
No, man, that was actually the first time I ever been out the country.
Wow.
I didn't honestly. I didn't think I could get a passport. I was uh, ignorant, listening to people instead of doing my research, and I
Hmm.
didn't think felons could get a passport. So I was completely wrong about that. It was pretty easy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I showed them, my identification, paid the money, got it expedited. I might have got my passport back in like 10 days. So that was my first time going out the country, man, to go do mission work. And not so we built 6 houses, but not only did we do that,
Hmm.
the one day it was like a Sunday, we met up with these children and we just played games with them, gave them a bunch of gifts, and it was just wild because I had some Play-Doh, like some cheap Play-Doh from like Dollar Tree, and the kids were just amazed because they never even seen like little stuff like that, like Play-Doh. Don't have no toys, don't have no sewage in their house, no toilet,
Hmm.
washing up in the river, like
Right.
real deal, real deal stuff out there, man. So it was a blessing to just go out there and see that and come back with a whole new perspective, like on my whole life.
Yeah, no
You
doubt,
feel
no
me?
question. I feel you. I feel you, good brother. I feel you. So, speaking of Honduras, is there any other not cities, countries you would like to go to? Like to visit?
Yeah, yeah. I want to go to Tulum.
Hmm.
Um, Definitely want to go to Tulum. Other than that, though, um, I want to go to I want to go to Liberia. I've been thinking about it real hard.
Hmm.
I got many opportunities to go there because we do a lot of missions. That's just what kind of church I go to. It's like we're just a mission type church. So
Yeah.
I have some opportunities to go to Liberia. I'm just not crazy about planes, and it's a very long plane ride to get over there.
Oh
Once I get
wow.
over that, once I get over that anxiety, I think I'm gonna go to Africa, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said you got a phobia of planes. How many hours was the plane ride to Honduras?
I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't long. Like it wasn't long, man. It might have been 2, 3 hours at max. It wasn't long
Oh
from
wow.
Miami.
Oh wow.
So I was good. I wasn't about nothing.
Well, no doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. As long as it wasn't no long plane ride, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So,
Yeah, yeah, that was good. We got there quick. I was surprised. I was like, okay, 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 we here.
nice, nice. And my next question is, how do you and I know you know Scrap Wilson, right?
Absolutely.
Now, have you got the opportunity to do music with him since he's a hip hop artist?
No, Scrap, unfortunately we don't have no music together. That'd be real dope.
Mm-hmm.
Scrap was more like Scrap was more like a big brother type.
Mm-hmm.
He would more put me on the shows and stuff like that, and put me on the different showcases,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he was more on that level. He'd play around with the rap, come freestyle. You know what I mean? He loved to. He might even come battle somebody, but like more or less, my relationship with Scrap is he would book me for shows, put me on.
Nice, nice. And do you recall one of the shows that he booked you on?
Yeah, I recall a few, man.
Mm-hmm.
I recall a few. He had me on, on some nice tickets, man. It dates all the way back, man. It dates back, you know, basically my whole career. I know Scrap.
Uh-huh.
So So it's a lot of shows I remember. Like
Mm.
I like the older ones, like memories, like a stuff I didn't know what it was gonna be like when Mac, because I'm a lot older than Mac Miller. Rest in peace.
Well,
Like
shit.
I remember like Mac doing shows with him and like not knowing that he was gonna be this huge star or doing shows with Wiz Khalifa and them. You know what I mean? Like um stuff like that it is memorable when you think back because you're like, dang man, I ain't know life was gonna lead them to these places. It's dope.
No doubt, no question, no question. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Rest in peace. So,
100%. Rest in peace.
oh yeah, no question. And speaking of Mac Miller, do you think his and Jimmy Wapo's untimely passing like affected the scene in the 412, the hip hop scene in the 412?
For sure. Definitely affected the hip hop scene. I know like as far as Wapo, rest in peace to Wapo, when he got unalive, like scene fell off for a minute. Wasn't
Hmm.
nobody really coming hard like he was coming.
Right.
Scene definitely fell off for a minute.
Hmm.
And with Mac, Mac has a plethora a diehard fans, so like all of them was, like truly depressed, like because they like there was a presence. You could see it on the internet. How many people was talking about them? Like I
Hmm.
went to both of their visuals. I went to Mac Miller's visual,
Hmm.
um, out Blue Slab Park in Squirrel Hill. Man, it was people from all over the world there,
Wow.
all over the world. And
Hmm.
then I went to Jimmy Wapo's. Rest in peace to him. I went to his visual as well,
Hmm.
and that was like it was totally different. Like at Max, it was like just everybody was free and just like it was all good. It was all love and peace, and they was crying or happy together. But at Wapa's thing, the Pittsburgh police was around the whole entire thing. Like man, it was so many police. Um, and yeah, they just kind of had it blocked off real crazy, which just made the vibe different. But
Hmm.
people still was able to come and show they love and respect.
Hmm.
So it was sad though, but they both in their own way definitely was a loss, big effect to the city for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rest in peace to both those guys. They definitely, their passing definitely affected the 412 hip hop scene, and I wish they were here. I wish both of them were here, and
For sure.
they could have did more music, more videos, more tours, etc. For sure, etc.
Yeah,
Not
man. That them them winning, helps the city win. So, that's definitely a huge loss, man.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, my next question is, where do you see hip hop in the 412 in the years to come? Like whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or just in general, where do you see it in the years to come? In your opinion?
In my opinion, in the years to come, man, um, right now, man, I can't do nothing but be honest. Like I'm hoping that it could get turned around because, like I say, man, I just see. I mean, numbers don't lie.
Hmm.
Numbers don't lie. Like the negativity every time gets the most draws. The beefs.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of people beefing right now, or I wouldn't even talk about it, but it's public. Like
Yeah.
Chuggy beefing with Raw Dog. And that's when I say the numbers don't lie. Like you could look and see how many people's paying attention to that, how many people sharing that. Stunner Two Fly,
Yeah.
this and Wiz and
Hmm. Yeah.
Fed to God. Like that
Hmm.
thing made it all the way to No Jumper with Adam 22 and all of that.
Yeah.
That's a huge platform.
Hmm.
Um, or even, whatever's going on. If it's like, some of the famous, excuse my language, shit talkers.
Yeah.
Like
You good.
if
Hmm.
they just talking, no, I just try not to cuss, but
Yeah.
I'm still work in progress. But
It's all
like
good.
them, if they just airing stuff out, like you just see the numbers going
Yeah.
up real crazy. And I'm just hoping that there's some more positivity and more creativity.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I was coming up, and I can only talk from, my point of view, what I've been around, what I've seen, there was more it was more different,
Hmm.
creative art. Like, man, it was like 10 different type of rappers. Like now it just seemed like it's this or that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like just want to see more positivity and more artistry.
Absolutely.
Um, it's real easy to talk about each other all day
Hmm.
and just put that negativity in the air, but it ain't worth it in my opinion at all.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm not originally from here, but every time I go on Facebook and some folks talk about the music hip hop scene or the music scene in general, I just shake my head. I'm like, again, we had this topic the year before last year, the year before that, the year before that. How many times we gonna talk about it? And some artists got upset because they're not on a list of the top 10 rappers or rappers that's your favorite. And I
Yeah,
feel as
they be
though,
real upset, man. I seen
yeah,
a lot of that too.
yeah,
They was
yeah.
upset they ain't on the list. And some of music is subjective, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of the people, because there's a lot of lists. Like some of these people that was making the list don't even have like a lot of credentials to make lists. Some
Hmm.
of the people did have credentials, but it's like I say, music is subjective, and
Hmm.
you know, you know if you good or not. You know what I'm saying? Uh, if people was looking crazy when your music come on, or if people know it word for word. Like
Yeah,
you could tell when it's good, man. It's the proof gonna be in the pudding. But like, yeah, I'm glad I ain't like that, man. I remember even when they had the hip hop wall. Remember they had that wall
yeah.
down
Hmm. Yeah, down
Market
Market Square.
Square,
Yeah, uh-huh.
and then I think it was like 50 artists, man. Like, and people didn't make it. I
Right.
now I seen it because it was part of what was going on, and I was like, dang, out of 50, not me. But I was like, it is what it is. I don't care though. But I seen a
Yeah,
lot of other people like, man,
yeah.
like honestly hurt, and yeah, man, all of us are still trying to uh get to somewhere. So it's like, who cares for real, man?
Right, right. And I don't particularly care about lists either. And I feel like if you're putting in the work as an artist, you putting in the work, recording, performing, and etc. You don't need no list to validate your talent or your dopeness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Absolutely not, man. You really, don't, man. Like the list don't mean nothing, man. The
No,
list
not at
don't
all.
mean nothing. I mean, it's good. Like everybody loves to be recognized, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but like it's nothing to trip about either if you ain't on it.
Right, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's subjective. They pick they choose their favorite, and that's all right. I don't. I don't think no artist should take it to heart, even if you don't know. That's another thing I want to talk about. You know, when you see a list on Facebook, some artists like, wait a minute, who is that? I don't know him. You know, like discrediting their contributions or their work in the 412 hip hop scene. Like, no, I may not heard of this artist, but I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to discredit their artistry because for what? What's the purpose of that? You know what I'm saying? It would make me curious what that artist brings to the table in the 412. So say like such and such was on the list. I'm gonna listen to their music right away. Say, hey, all right, let me check this individual out. Let me check this artist out.
Absolutely.
I'll do the complete opposite instead of hating. So, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. You might come up on something. You might end up liking it, like, oh, this is dope. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no doubt, no doubt.
Rather than rather than just hating, it's crazy. But yeah, that's the go to. It seems like is the hate.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a shame. It's a shame because in my opinion, this it's just me, you might disagree, you might agree, I don't know. I mean, Pittsburgh is so small, everybody knows everybody.
No, I
I'm-
agree. I agree.
Literally, everybody knows everybody. And I'm not even from here, but everybody knows everybody. Hey, you know that person? Hey, me too. You know that person? Yeah, me too. Who you don't know is the question. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah, 100%
Um,
I agree.
it's like, man, you know this person, you know that person. I'm like, who you don't know, man? Who you introduce me to someone that you don't know? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard to do. It's
Yeah,
hard to do.
but yeah, it definitely is. But it's Pittsburgh is cool. They Pittsburgh got a great music scene. You know th- there's talent in the city, like such as yourself. You know what I'm saying, that put in the work, that cares about their craft, and want to continue to get better and better at their craft. So yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's a solid city. I think my only issue with the scene here in the 412 is the lack of professionalism. I mean, do you feel as though there's a lack
Um,
of professionalism in the city as far as the music scene is concerned?
100%, 100%. Ain't. It's way more lack of profession. Like, yeah, man. It ain't a lot of people need to step the professional part up. But I wanted you to expand on that. Like, what have you noticed?
Okay, sure. I just feels like say like um say like an event starts at 8 o'clock
Hmm.
and artists are on the bill. I feel as though artists should come like at 7 or 7:30 so the show can start on time. But artists come in whenever they feel like, and therefore the show might start around like 9 or 9:30 or damn near 10 o'clock. I'm like, wait a minute. It's supposed to start at 8, and I feel as though like some artists should show up on time so they can get the opportunity to perform. If I'm throwing an event and I tell artists, hey, show up around, show starts at 9 o'clock. So show up around 8 or 8:30. So if they don't show
Hmm.
up around 8 or 8:30, they gonna miss their place on the bill. They can get they'll still perform, but they will perform last. So
Hmm.
say like someone is next, but they're not here. I'm gonna bring the next artist on the stage, and that person that was supposed to be on the stage, they go on
Yeah.
last. That's just my take on it. So
No, I agree with that. That's you still being nice. Some people wouldn't let them perform. You know what I'm saying? But other people do, and that's why some of the events don't be great
hmm
because you can't properly run your event if everybody ain't doing what they supposed to do.
absolutely, absolutely, I agree 100%.
I ain't never been like that. I try my hardest. I try my hardest to to be on time. That's why I can still. It's real easy for me to get on a lot of bills because I just try to do my best to follow what the instructions is. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard if you you know gotta humble yourself down. You know what I mean? You can't you can't be coming in late like you like you whoever's hot right now, like you boss man dealer or something, man. You gotta relax. Listen to what's going on. That way you get the next opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And by the time you lacking and late, people be out the door
Yeah,
or be ready
yeah,
to leave, man,
absolutely,
or not be interested by that time or
absolutely.
drunk. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's just like people
Hmm.
still be. I guess it's how your mind is set on what you're doing. Like maybe, I think maybe a lot of these people still. It's like a hobby, a hobby to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
never
know,
thought
and
with
that's
the
another
hobby
thing.
mindset.
Artists that want to take it seriously, take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make money off of it. You know what I'm saying. You can get paid for shows, and speaking of paid, pay or getting paid. I asked numerous artists on this topic, and I want to ask you as well. The pay to play situation. Are you
Hmm.
for it or against it? Because I asked other artists as well. Some are for it, some against it. So, what's your take on the thing? Hmm.
I think it depends what the situation is. I think it totally just depends what the situation is. Like, what do you mean by pay to play? Pay to what? Pay to get on
All right.
a local show. You gotta give
Say
me like an example of pay to play.
like your event. Um, say all right. In order to be a part of this event, as far as performing, you got paid $20 to perform two songs. And okay, fine. But what am I getting out of it? Am I getting something out of it? That's what I think. Well, I mean, what's your take on that?
See, that's the only way. That's why I asked you what was the situation. The only way I'm gonna pay to play is if, like you said, if I'm getting something out of it. For me, getting something out of it would be like one or the other. It would
Hmm.
be getting a solid connection with somebody, or it would be gaining new fans. Would have to be like like a big
Yeah.
headliner. Um, I'll pay to do that because they put me in front of thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on the mic. I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna scream out all my socials. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know my IG. I'm gonna have my merch selling in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna make it
Right.
worth. I'm gonna make my try to make my money back while I'm in there. But if it's just like your um
Hmm.
local show, like
Yeah.
where there's more artists than fans type shows, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, there's
Absolutely.
times you should
Absolutely.
and times you
Absolutely.
shouldn't.
So, before we can conclude this interview, I always put artists on the spot, to display their talent. Whether they rap, sing, do spoken word. It's like tradition for me being the host for the podcast. And I was wondering if it's okay with you or if you feel comfortable with it.
Hmm.
Can you express your talents for those that will be watching and listening, good brother? My man. Yeah,
Absolutely, man. That's what we here for, to display the talent.
no
So,
doubt.
and I appreciate you even giving me the platform to display the talent, man. That's a
My
blessing.
fault.
I didn't know you was gonna hit me with that though. You definitely caught me off guard. But I'll whip up a little something real quick. Let me think. Uh, when the Lord talks, I listen. I came a long way from them court docks and prison. In the street, I put in work, and more props was given. Could be 6 feet in the dirt or board locked in prison. Never seen a man repent and the Lord not forgive him, or ask for his presence and Lord not be with him. I fell a couple times. Boys caught me slipping, but the Lord dusted me off and poured out his wisdom. Got to shout out my pastor Nick. More shouts to Lennon. He's the next generation. My Lord's got the vision. I'm from Bridge City Church where ain't no division. If the Lord ain't in it, then ain't no
Nice, nice,
decision.
nice,
Um,
nice,
Stuff like
nice.
that, bro.
That's
Just
what's
a
up,
little,
man.
you
That
know
is
what I
what's up.
mean? Little
Appreciate that.
something. Little something.
Appreciate that. So, won't you tell the
Yeah.
listeners and the viewers where they can find you or follow you at, good brother?
You can find me at Harlan But God on IG, at Harlan But God on TikTok, on X. That's HarlanButGod. My full name on Facebook, Harlan. My last name's Tobe, Tobe Jr. Uh, those are the ways you can find me, man. You want to email me is
Mhm.
HETOBEJR@gmail.com. That's like, if you want to collab or book me or
All
something
right,
like
all
that,
right.
just hit
And
the
ladies and gentlemen,
email.
you can find me on
And those are the
Facebook,
best ways to
Malik
get in touch
Long,
with me.
Instagram, Cool Malik 82, TikTok, Cool Brother Number One. I have a page for my podcast via Facebook. If you want to be a guest on my podcast, hit me up on one of those social media platforms. We can set up the time, date, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Take it from there. Good brother, Mr. Harlan Tobe Jr., if you want to be a guest, once again, hit me up. And it was a pleasure having you on, and the pleasure was all mine, good brother. Appreciate you, man. Yes, yes, stay blessed. And
Same
on that
here.
note,
Cool,
man,
brother.
you have a blessed
Appreciate it.
night and have a blessed day
God bless.
tomorrow. Good brother. All right, peace.
Absolutely. You do the same, my brother. Peace.